Ladies and gentlemen, politics is a very interesting game. And politics is also a very dirty game. And that's why, personally, I love politics. For those who follow the politics of this country very closely, in December 2021, the United States of American President Joe Biden nominated one of the big money political donors to his campaigns as the U.S. ambassador to Kenya, Meg Whitman. That appointment was actually intended to serve only one political interest, to ensure that the wish and the will of America was actually secured during the 2022 general election. And indeed, as fate would have it, the American government secured their wish. Yesterday, something very interesting also happened. The United States of American President Joe Biden heaped praises of William Ruto during the UN General Assembly in New York. And the question which most Kenyans and indeed political pundits across the world are asking, why would the President of the United States of America single out William Ruto for praises?
The United Nations must continue to preserve peace, prevent conflict, and alleviate human suffering. And we embrace nations stepping up to lead in new ways and to seek new breakthroughs on hard issues. For example, on Haiti, the Caribbean community is facilitating a dialogue among Haitian society. I thank President Ruto of Kenya, I thank him for his willingness to serve as the lead nation of a UN-backed security support mission. I call on the Security Council to authorize this mission now. The people of Haiti cannot wait much longer.
Why would he praise Ruto? The truth of the matter is that William Ruto is clearly a project of the United States of America. And the United States of America will do everything possible to ensure that William Ruto's presidency is preserved. And that's why the ambassador has been working hard to sell Kenya. Just pay very close attention to what this lady was trying to say at some point.
To take this opportunity to put to rest the argument that Kenya is not a manufacturing country. True, Kenya has room to grow in this sector, but manufacturing is happening here, and let me give you a few examples. Gearbox, a high-mix, low-flow electronics manufacturer in Nairobi, runs a state-of-the-art surface mount assembly line. And in November 2022, they began manufacturing Raspberry Pi's Pico product for the African market. Gearbox's production quality meets or exceeds that of Raspberry Pi's other production sites in Wales and in Japan, producing a first pass yield of 99.6%. It's extraordinary. Semiconductor Technologies Limited, STL, is a US-owned semiconductor manufacturing and nanotechnology company domiciled in Kenya. It's growing rapidly and has hired more than 80 Kenyan engineers in the past 2 years. Kenya's Revital Healthcare is one of the largest manufacturers of medical products in Africa, producing 48 devices and exporting to 28 countries.
That's a very good pitch for the country called Kenya. Very good one. Then, during the Council of Governors meeting in Eldoret, she repeated the same thing. Very good pitch.
Let me repeat, Kenya's largest export is the United States, and we feel Kenya is ready for liftoff as it diversifies. Let me unpack a couple of these areas. Democracy. I arrived in Kenya days before the August 22 general elections. What I witnessed was nothing short of remarkable. Kenya held what many analysts and commentators say was the freest, fairest, and most credible election in Kenyan history. The elections were observed by international and local election organizations, and the results were upheld by the Kenyan Supreme Court, and power was transferred orderly and peacefully at the time.
But politically, is Meg Whitman really pitching for Kenya? Or is she protecting the interest of the United States of America? That is the question. And that's why Raila Odinga had to take her head on during the same Council of Governors meeting. But in this video, I want us to focus on the statement by Joe Biden. Why would Joe Biden heap praises on William Samoei Arap Ruto on the issue of security in Haiti, when the Republic of Kenya is still facing serious security challenges? For example, in the past few days alone, we've seen unprecedented level of security situation in Lamu, Northeastern, and the rest. Why would he then heap praises on a man who just said we can take a lead in that? That was intended to achieve certain political objectives. So before we get into all those, in case you're watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support, because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is now. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, allow me to dive in. Why do you think Joe Biden heaped those praises on William Ruto? For you to understand that, you need to study Meg Whitman and her association with William Samoei Arap Ruto. When William Ruto was going to the United States of America for this same conference, a notable face accompanied Ruto, Meg Whitman. Surprisingly, when they were meeting the who is who in the tech world in the United States of America, the line minister was not there. That is Eliud Owalo. When they were meeting these people, the line minister for trade, Moses Kuria, was not there. But Meg Whitman was present with her team from Kenya. Basically, Meg Whitman is carrying Kenya on her back. Of course, you all understand that America is the big brother. And that's why Martha Karua made us a very interesting comment today over that speech by Joe Biden, that daddy. And, but why do you think Joe Biden made that statement? Number one, to support William Ruto, because William Ruto is their project. There is no way America will sit back and watch their project fail. That will never happen. And that's why Raila Odinga, Azimio are wasting a lot of their time with the bipartisan talks. Because in the bipartisan talks, American interest is very clear. Raila Odinga and Azimio to accept William Ruto as the president. Once they've done that, then they are safe. Then they can now look at Raila Odinga's interest and Kalonzo Musyoka's interest, which is the office of the official opposition. And they want to create that office because they know weaknesses of William Ruto. And one of the weaknesses they know is that William Ruto's government is full of corruption. And therefore, if you just let them without being checked, then they'll run rogue. So that is what they want. So if Raila Odinga is intending to go to the bipartisan talks with a different strategy, that is out of the question. The thing is, accept Ruto as the president, take the role of the official opposition. So basically, they are supporting Ruto. And I'm sure Meg Whitman must have whispered to Joe Biden that this is the right moment to mention Ruto. Number two, and this is basically why the American government didn't want Raila Odinga, is the influence of China. American government are keen on kicking out China from Africa. Why do you think Ruto is trying to take the face of African leader? America is pushing him because they know once they've secured Kenya, they'll remove China from Kenya, then they can use Ruto to do the same to the rest of the country. And listening to this professor trying to explain all this. Number three, Joe Biden and the American government are actually keen on raising the profile of William Samoei Arap Ruto internationally. And for those who are keen, William Ruto, I think, is working on a script which is being given by the US government. That at this stage, this is what you do. At this stage, this is what you do. Remember the meeting which was organized for the BRICS? Ruto didn't attend. When there was the summit, the climate change summit in Nairobi, the BRICS guys were never there. They were never there. But Ruto stood out. Ruto has been speaking the language of Africa. And that's what these guys want. They are providing him with a platform. How many presidents in the world do you think would have just wished that Biden just mentioned their name? How many? Ruto got it. Ruto got it. Despite the fact that we have serious challenges back at home. He got that. And for the first time in the history of America, you don't even hear them talk about democracy in Africa. Or not in Africa, really, in Kenya. Because previously, we used to have ambassadors who are diplomats by nature, and most of them, apart from being diplomats, were actually supportive of reforms in terms of democracy. Why do you think the current ones are not? Number 4, in my view, I think Joe Biden mentioned Ruto because of Meg Whitman. Meg Whitman is one of the billionaires in the United States of America. One of the billionaires. She can meet Joe Biden anytime she wants. Because, of course, they're the big donors. Right? So, her association, maybe the phone calls. This is why sometimes I wish we could still have the WikiLeaks. We would be getting a lot of leaks on this whole matter, Kenya, the United States of America. And lastly, and this is a message to Raila and Azimio, this is a vote of confidence on William Ruto. And there is no way you can become the president of the Republic of Kenya without the support of the United States of America. Unless it's a coup. Will not even succeed. So the truth is, vote of confidence on William Ruto by the American government. I don't know what you think. That's my take. Thank you guys. May you have a good day. Until next time, Lee Makwiny. Bye-bye.